So they said I got to throw a show together. I had no plans. I didn't know what I was doing. So I'm just going to grab some stuff from the fridge. Okay, so there's some kubasa and there's some butter and garlic and there's some Frank's Red Hot sauce. Something's coming to me. Okay, we got olive oil, Catelli noodles. What else? Okay, we got some tomato paste and tomato sauce and some garlic over here. More garlic. Got some Italiano, onion powder, and roasted garlic and peppers. And I think from that, we can come up with something that's going to be a lot of fun. If you go to the board, nothing. Because this recipe just came whoosh to me. So it's what you can throw together from what you got in the cupboards. Hey, on Community Cooking. Hello, and we're back to Community Cooking. I'm your host, Daryl Mishluck. This week on the show, it's one of those kind of haphazard, throw it together. You know what it means. You go home, you got to throw something together. You didn't stop to pick up anything. You look in the fridge and you think you might be able to bake something, but you can't tell. So I'm going to be innovative and different today. What I thought was we'd make some pasta and then we'd make a meat sauce to go with it. Now I don't have any spaghetti sauce as such, but I have tomato sauce and tomato paste, and I think from that I can do something. And I didn't have any ground beef, but I had kubasa. So I thought, why not? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little butter in our pot. And you go, butter? What are you doing? Well, I need to make a nice based, nice taste to it all. You know, we need to render our meat down to get some of the flavor out of that. So we're going to take about, I don't know, about yay much butter, tablespoon. Throw it in our pot, turn the pot on to medium. Our back burner is going to get the water boiling for our noodles. And then we're going to cut up our kubasa. Now I went to the fridge, I had two types of kubasa. This one is Winkler kubasa from Winkler, Manitoba. And this one is North Country, it comes from Thunder Bay. And the one about this, ladies at Safeway were telling me how tasty this is. So remember that, North Country kubasa, and it has very little fat content. Most kubasas run around the 13%. This has, I think, 6 or so. So it's a very lean kubasa. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut off the skin. We'll cut about half of it. And I'm going to take the skin off here. And we're going to cut it up into small pieces. Now, I don't know if any of you used to have boiled or fried kubasa when you were kids. I loved it. I used to love boiled kubasa. It was a meal at our place. It was the meat. Also fried kubasa or over an open fire. So kubasa is one of those meats that doesn't necessarily only have to be served up cold. So we're going to cut it up into fairly decent sized pieces, but we're going to quarter these. Not too big, but you want it big enough to have a bite of it. You know what I mean? This isn't a little pansy one. This is a big one for men, yeah. Or women with good appetites. Whoever. Not insinuating anything. Oh, I'm already in trouble on this show. Oh, I can't believe how I open my mouth, stick my foot right in there, right off the bat.
We can.
Leanne's nodding because she knows I can do that pretty much any time. Now, so that's our North Country, and we're going to mix the two kubasas up. So this one here is the Winkler one. Now, I was trying to get the skin off this one earlier. It's not quite as easy as the North Country one. And actually, I ate it with the skin on, and it wasn't that bad. But when we're frying it and putting it into we'll try to peel as much of it off as we can, because you don't want that extra little, you know, if you've got a kid eating it and he chokes on it or whatever, you want to try to get most of it off as best as we can, of course. You don't want to take all the meat off of here. So there we have it. We're going to take most of this off. See, it doesn't come off as well as the other one, but it's not as thick a skin either. So it's more, it's a lot more edible, the skin on this one. And it does come packaged. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test that there. We can live with it on. Okay, this one here, because it's already small, we will just cut into nice little round pieces, like so. Try to get, like I said, we'll try to get some skin off. Not going to worry about getting it all off though. I love this one here. You know what? They're both great kubasas, I'll tell you that much. When you're looking for something and you have a specific taste in mind, the ladies at the deli at Safeway don't mind sharing some advice with you. Because they know their product there, I'll tell you. They really do. It's amazing. No one wanted that piece, that's why I ate it. Okay. So we cut that up, like so. And we're going to start frying this meat. Now, how many am I serving today? What's the lunch contingent here at work? There's at least 4 for sure. Okay. Okay. The butter's going. Let's put that into the butter. We're going to start frying this stuff first. That's the key. Start frying our kubasal. I'm going to put a little bit more of this one in. Just because, hey, I can. And it's kind of really my recipe today. I didn't even go on the net or search anything out, or I just threw it together in the old head when I looked in the fridge to see what we had. And really, you know what? Sometimes the coolest recipes come from necessity. Come from the fact that you only have X, X, and X. You can put something really nice together. So, put a little bit more of this in. Now, what I want this to do is I want it to brown in there. It's like sausage. Sausage, if you cook it just right, sends off such a wonderful flavor. Okay, so we'll put that in there. And there it is. Got my wooden spoon. Stir it up. And you can see it's already starting to brown our kubasal, which is excellent, which is what I wanted. I'm actually going to put a little bit more butter in there because I don't want it to burn. It's really important that it doesn't burn, but browns. That's the great thing about butter. It brings out the browning in any meats, anything like that. So we have that going. And what now do you say? Well, what do I say? I say we need to cook some noodles. Our water in the back's almost boiling. Now, I don't know if you're the one of those people who breaks their long noodles in half because it's a little easier to deal with. So what are we going to do today? Are we going to break it or we're going to leave it whole? Leave it whole. Okay, that's Leanne's choice. Leave it whole. So she's eating, so we'll just leave it whole. So you stick it in the side there. The noodles will soften up, and then you can get it all stirred in and get it boiling. And then we'll stir up our meat here. Now, our meat, we want to render, like I said, I want to render this down. We're going to get some nice flavoring to it. And then I'm going to take the meat out for a minute, put the sauces in, add some flavor, a little bit of water, and put the meat back into it. That's what we're going to do. Now, what do we have for flavoring? You need to make a spaghetti sauce. Now, like I said, we have paste and we have tomato sauce, which is the basis of most spaghetti sauces. So we need to add some flavor. I got some roasted garlic. I got some Italiano. Hey, come stai? We got some Frank's Red Heart chili and lime. We also have some onion powder. And I've got some fresh kind of sprouting garlic. So what we're going to do, as soon as the meat's out of there, we're going to put a couple of these garlic cloves into the pot. Fry it, and then add the rest of our stuff. So, oh, our water's boiling really good back here. Holy moly. It's like happening. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Okay, and that's browning nicely. As you can see, the meat and the flavor is getting into this pot. Leave our little residuals in it. Oh, it smells good. Oh, yeah. Hey, I think this is going to be pretty tasty. Kind of hope so, eh? It's my recipe on the line here. Okay, so that's that. Our garlic. These have come off nicely. They peeled really good. Make some room here. And we're going to fry this. Now, I'm going to leave the chunks fairly big because if you fry these in a little bit of butter. Whoa! Am I spitting? Nope. Just a little bit. Turn that down just a tad. It's kind of the point of doing this all by yourself. You got to keep moving. You got to keep going. Okay, so we'll take that end off. We'll take that end off. We'll do one more. Because garlic really is the essence of life, isn't it? I don't know anybody. Really, garlic's like the number one. Pretty much up there flavoring for food. And who would have guessed today? A stinky little clove like that. Now, other people say onions. Now, I'm slowly coming around. You know, I've always said I'm not a big onion fan in the texture of onion in my mouth, but I'm starting to learn to like it. I use it in my cooking, but I don't have any onions. Today, the cupboards had no onions. Okay, so there, that's browned really nicely. Okay, so we're going to take this for now. We're going to put it in our bowl here, like so. Try to leave some of that butter in there. We're going to put a little bit more butter in the bottom, like this. People are going, God, look at the butter he's putting in there. It's all really good. Don't worry about it. Okay, and then we put our garlic cloves in there as well. They're going to fry up with the butter to start with. We're going to let that flavor come out in the bottom of our pot. And then we're going to add our tomato sauce. I'll move some of the stuff all around here. Okay, can opener. There we have our can opener. Now, you got to remember, tomato sauce and paste usually has a little sweet taste to it. So you got to kind of add other stuff to take that away a bit. And plus, too, we're going to be adding some water with this all. So that's our tomato sauce. And there's a difference between sauce and paste, just in case you don't know. It's basically just the amount of water that is in the product. A paste is, of course, a thicker, like that. Now, you can get pre-seasoned pastes and sauces, but today these are just straight up sauce and pasta. So our garlic is browning and the flavor is starting to come up with garlic. Like I've said before, baked garlic has one taste, fried garlic has another taste. If you bake garlic as a clove together, it has another taste. If you use it just cold in something and just crush it, it has another taste. Garlic has so many different tastes, and the smells are amazing. Oh, yeah. Now that's just about ready. We're going to put our sauce in now. And what I need to do is I need to add a little bit of water. So I'm going to add 1 can of water, same amount of water as there was sauce. And then we're going to add our paste. Now, our paste is pretty darn thick. So we need to find something to get it out of there with. Okay, so I'm going to put our paste in here. That was probably the wrong thing to choose, but oh well. You can see how thick the paste is. So we're going to be adding some more water to this as we go along here. So I'm going to put a little bit of water in this as well so I can try to get the rest of the paste out of here, because the paste is really thick. As you can see, it's sticks to the side of the can a lot. So you really got to kind of work that, loosen the paste that's in there. See, it's almost making a sauce now from the paste. Or ketchup. There we are. We're making ketchup. Okay, which is a food group according to Ronald Reagan, I believe it was, the president. Or it was a vegetable, sorry. Ketchup was a vegetable. And so that was fine in their schools for the kids to have, yeah. Okay, so this is still pretty thick. So we need it to cover a lot of noodles, but we also got our meat to add to this. So let's just get it heating. Now, what we're going to add to that is some onion powder. Now, this isn't onion salt. This is onion powder. And onion salt is basically salt that tastes like onions. So you're adding a lot of salt to your dish if you do it that way. Onion powder is basically just dried onion ground up. So that's what we're using here. So we're going to use a couple shakes of onion powder into that. And then we're going to add some roasted garlic and Italiano. Now these are Nutty Club, I believe, or McCormick. Yeah, no, Clubhouse. They have a great selection of these at Safeway. Pick them up. There's all types of flavors, all types of stuff you can do, and it makes your food taste terrific. So my favorite, of course, is this roasted garlic and peppers. So we're going to shake a bit of that in there. And then we're going to add some Italiano, which gives us oregano and other Italian spices to it all. And we're going to add a little bit of Frank's Red Hot Chili and Lime Hot Sauce. Now, I know I kind of like my stuff hot, but we're going to just do about, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 shakes into it. Okay? Because you want that flavor in there. Now you need all of this to merge together. So what I mean by that is, of course, it has to cook for a while. Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming. You can smell that. It smells awesome. So this has to simmer. Our noodles are almost done. So what we'll do is we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll add our meat to our sauce, get our noodles out, and howdy do, we're back. Now our sauce, I said our sauce had a simmer. So I managed to find a lid. And you can see that it's coming together nicely. It smells good. And we're going to add our meat to that. Because I didn't want to, the thing is the meat is going to add another flavor. So you want to put it all together before you start adding little extras. Because you always add little extras to your sauce, but you want to make sure everything's in there first. So our cooked meat is going into our sauce now. Make sure we get all those drippings that were part of the cooking process, the butter, etc. Okay, so now we're going to let those flavors and tastes go together for a minute. Like so, put that back out there. It's on medium heat. Our noodles are almost done. That's how easy it is to throw something together. You just got to use a little bit of imagination. A lot of times, we always have sausages in the freezer. I know we always do. But you just don't want to serve sausages by themselves. What do you put with it? So your sausages, you could do the same thing with sausages. Just boil them up really quick. Then cool them down, slice them, then fry them with some flavoring. Sometimes if we have, I know this is going to sound weird, but we buy the maple flavored sausages, breakfast sausages. You put a little extra maple syrup in with the frying and some butter. Oh, unbelievable taste. We put some rice with it. You boil up some rice. You can throw different flavorings in your rice. You can throw, like chicken oxo, beef oxo, even vegetable oxo. You can get all that kind of stuff. Or you can use some soups, tomato soup. Boil it up with your rice. There's an interest. You boil up some noodles. Go through your fridge, find what you can. Like today, kubasa. That's basically a cold meat. You serve it up, friends come over, cheese and kubasa. Well, you can also cook kubasa. You can cook other things like, here I'm ranting and raving here, but you got deli meat. Well, make an open-faced sandwich that you'd pay huge dollars in a deli for. Well, bake your own at home. You get your bread, you put it in the oven, you toast it a little, take it out, you put on some cheese, and you put on your deli meat, and you put some cheese on top, you stick it in and bake it again, take it out, and then put some fresh, cold tomatoes on top. What a great dish, I'll tell you. It tastes wonderful. So you just got to play with it all, have fun with it. That's what it's all about. I think our noodles are almost done. I'm going to find a fork here and get one out. I don't usually throw them against the wall because hey, you get in trouble at home for that. So, okay, what movie was that from? No, sorry. 40 more seconds. Sound like I know what I'm talking about? Not really. It's almost there. Not quite. Okay, let's take a look at our sauce here. It's boiling up nicely. Now what we want to do is we want to bring that boil right down. We're actually going to shut it off, put the lid back on it. I'm going to pop open the side here so let some steam out. And what we're going to, actually not right off, sorry, I meant just right to low. So once we drain our noodles, we're going to taste our sauce, and it needs a little something. We're going to put it in, and then we'll take a break after that, and then when we come back, we'll serve it up and serve supper to the folks, or lunch around here. We're about 5 minutes late. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to stay on track here. We're doing our best. Okay, the noodles. We can shut that off. We can take our noodles over to the sink, where I have the strainer in there already. So we'll pour noodles into the strainer. Then what I like to do is I rinse it twice. I do it with hot water once and then cold water. Now, I don't know if that's right, wrong, or otherwise, but that's the way I learned how to do it, and that's what I do. So we'll pour some hot water over it first, and then we'll pour some cold water over it, and then put it back in our pot here. like so. Shake it off. Now, the great thing about noodles, you can do them up ahead of time, stick them in a fridge in a bag, and then all you need to do is really stick them in hot water and serve them. Ooh, there's a couple noodles cut. Okay, so that's our noodles. We'll just put them here. Now, we're going to test that sauce. And I just need a spoon. See, everybody's got there in my drawers. All my spoons are all over the place. What's going on here? We'll use this very delicate little spoon. It's very nice, yes. Okay, so take our lid off. Now, you can see the color that's in here. It is cool. It's really neat color. Great smell to it. See, and what you know what? The meat added so much to this, so you have to wait till you do that. Oh yeah, I don't think we need anything. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we'll serve it up. We'll have a bite, and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Because hey, I'm here. We're trying to go real time here, so if we look a little jaggled, that's because we are. Anyways, we're gonna bring our sauce over here. And voila, there it is. There is our kielbasa red sauce for pasta. It kind of rhymes just a little, don't it? Okay, so we'll take some of our spaghetti pasta here. You can use any pasta, but spaghetti is what I had. Put some of that in a bowl. Now, I'm using bowls today. Plates, bowls, whatever. It's food people want to eat, they'll eat. Okay, so we'll put about that much in there. Like so. Then we'll take a scoop of this. Now, there's two types of kielbasa, so I want to get both types in here. There we have it. I have both types for sure. Put that over that and just a little bit of sauce. And I'll give that just a moment to cool while I thank you, the viewers, for tuning in to Community Cooking. We hope you enjoy the shows that we put together for you. We truly try this stuff here. It looks good. Get a piece of kielbasa and some noodles like so. Well, this could be a little scary. Let's just wind it up here.
That's why I left them whole.
I know. Okay, so blow on that. That is really good. It's a great meal. Simple, to the point, did not take long. You can feed man, women, or children with it. Thank you for watching Community Cooking. We'll see ya cooking in the kitchen.